Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Westmoreland, and today we're going to talk about percent composition. When we talk about percent composition in chemistry, we mean percent composition by mass. So we want to know what percentage of a compound's mass is contributed by each element present. So if I had a mixture of golf balls and ping pong balls, the largest percentage of the mass would be contributed by the golf balls, since each golf ball has a larger mass than each ping pong ball. And the same principle applies to finding the percent composition of a compound. Different elements have different masses, and this must be taken into consideration. One of the reasons chemists might use percent composition is to figure out which compounds are the best sources of an element. If I wanted to use potassium oxide as a source of oxygen, it would be helpful to know the percent of oxygen in the compound. So here are some steps. First, write the correct formula. Then determine the molar mass of the compound, which we've been practicing, calculating from the periodic table. Then divide the atomic mass of each element by the molar mass of the whole compound and multiply by 100 to make it a percent. On this, we're not going to use significant figures. We're just going to express our answers to 2 decimal places, and the unit is the percent sign. So it's the molar mass of the element in the sample, and then the molar mass of the whole sample multiplied by 100. So here's an example. Let me bring up my work. Find the percent composition of oxygen in potassium oxide. So this question only asks for the percent of oxygen. So we're going to look for the mass of oxygen, divide it by the mass of the whole compound, and multiply that by 100. So the molar mass of oxygen is 16 grams per mole. The molar mass of potassium oxide is 2 times the mass of potassium plus the mass of oxygen for a total of 94. So 16 out of 94 grams is the percent of oxygen. So we use 2 decimal places and we round to 17.02%. So 17.02% of any sample of potassium oxide is going to be mass contributed by oxygen. Here's another one. Find the percent composition of copper 1 sulfate. So again, this question is a little bit different than the last one because it doesn't say I want a particular element's percent. So if it doesn't specify a particular element, then we find the percent of each element. So we need the correct chemical formula of copper 1 sulfate. And so we're going to find the percent of copper, the percent of sulfur, and the percent of oxygen. So the molar mass of copper is 2 times 63.5 because there are 2 atoms of copper in every 1 mole of copper 1 sulfate. Molar mass of sulfur is 32. Molar mass of oxygen is 16 times 4 because of the subscript of 4 in the formula. We add those together to get the total mass, and then we take the percent or the mass of copper divided by the total times 100, the mass of sulfur divided by the total times 100, the mass of oxygen divided by the total times 100, and all of those percents should then add up to 100%. So that's percent composition. Thanks for watching.